pretending you're coming, spit on their back.
Oh, honey, listen, I would love to take it from behind right now, but nobody cares. Nobody wants it.
Spit on their back, darling. Spit on their back, darling.
And did anyone?
Did
Oh, it's so funny. I was just reading a review of Rebecca, and they say that Mrs. Danvers was gaslighting Rebecca. Well, not Rebecca, because Rebecca's dead during Rebecca.
Well, I was doing Dixie Chicks. Gaslighter, you told me, motherfucker, not an ounce of sincerity.
You know what we watched last night?
What'd you watch?
Dracula.
You know, I've only
the
ever
Halloween
seen...
special.
How was it?
It was interesting. It was like it was like high, better quality than RuPaul, and at times it was just like low quality.
Low quality. It's also like Dracula. It's so it is a drag pageant, but that's where the similarity ends. Like right. Dracula is so quote unquote dark.
Yeah.
But it's really more alternative. I'm not a fan. I do love me some Erica Clash. She came and did our show, and I love Miss Erica. I'm not a super big fan, and I think Erica's super talented, but I'm not a big fan of
the Boulet brothers.
Of Dracula. It's not my brand. I will say that Erica, as it turns out, is good friends with Rock'em Sakura, who I happen to have the hugest crush on. Really? They're both San Francisco queens.
Because you like Rock'em Sakura's butt.
He's got the biggest, fattest booty. And I want to slap it. Gaslighter.
Ate my pussy, not an ounce of humility.
Motherfucker, eat the booty.
That's not how it goes. My lighting is so weird right now. I don't even care. I hit record.
In the dark.
I'm not sure if we started. Am I in the dark? Darling, I should be kept in the dark. I'm not even sure if we're...
Yes, you're recording.
Did she freeze? Or is she just like real stiff? She froze. Gaslighter, you told me. Do you like the formerly known as the Dixie Chicks? Now they're called the Chicks.
I don't know any of their music.
So, well, we'll start the episode again. From the top. Gaslighter, you told me. Ate my booty, not an ounce of sincerity. Nuh-uh. Yes. So I'm really into the Dixie Chicks, or they're known as the Chicks now. Chicks. And I've been listening to, I think her name is Phoebe Bridgers, and also a band. What is that? Or is it Phoebe Bridger? Hang on, let me see. I'm so stupid. Oh, I cannot minimize Zoom when I'm recording. Excuse me, Zoom. Gaslighter, you told me, work my pussy, not an ounce of humility. Oh, so I don't know how to pronounce this. It's Phoebe Bridgers that I'm listening to, an album called Punisher. And Women in Music Part 3, I'm not going to even try to pronounce their name, but it's Haim. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I really like it. Haim. I don't know how to pronounce it. Should we text Miss Matinga?
Yeah.
Go for it, darling. Go for it, Eddie. Ass muncher, you worked me. Ate my booty, not an ounce of no sense.
She said she got to restart. She'll be right
She got
with
to
us.
Restart my heart.
Restart my fire.
Restart my fire. Okay, so before Matinga gets here, while she does that, I will adjust my lighting, and you can tell me a story about your life, baby. No, don't yawn. Oh, God. Anyway, I'll just tell you what's going on. What?
No, I was going to tell you something, but...
Oh, go for it. Let me hear it.
My boss.
Should I stop recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold up. Wait a minute now. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up, booby. Put some motherfucking soul in it. And pause. Miss Booby, I can't believe that story you just told me.
Oh my God.
Isn't that too much?
And Matinga, you're back.
Honey, I'm back. Feeling Amazonian.
I love that.
Yeah.
Dia del Muerto.
I love my Dia de los Muertos Western shirt.
Is that what it is?
It's a Dia de los Muertos Western.
Is it like a Los Spookies?
Los Spookies.
Sí.
You know, a show that I need to get into.
Sí, pero, gaslighter.
Gaslighting, feeling bloated.
So I'm listening to The Chicks. I'm listening to Phoebe Bridgers. I'm listening to Women in Music Part 3 by Haim. Did we decide it's pronounced
Yes.
Haim? Or
I
Haim?
do love me. So I love Give a Little Bit by Haim.
Give a little bit of love to me.
I love that song.
I don't know that one. I know
It's cute for them.
Gasoline and Up From a Dream.
Gasolina.
And I've been listening to Jessie Ware. And anyway,
people.
Well,
get into Victoria Monet Experience. Fucking fierce.
Is she in the ballroom?
She could be.
Gaslighter.
In the ballroom.
So what are we talking about today, girl?
I'm gonna get to in a minute. Do you know who I spoke to yesterday? Vaughn Allure.
How was Miss Vaughn?
We had us a nice long phone call. He's good. He's in DC. He was telling me about how they're doing balls online now. Like
Really?
virtual,
I'm sure.
And bitches like battling like in a side room, and the
Oh
judges,
my God.
yeah, and there's all mask categories.
So who would have thought that all these years me showing my balls online that I would have been ahead of the curve?
Bitch.
Honey.
All right, fuck my lighting. Okay, welcome to Homework. I am Mike Diamond.
This is Miss Matinga.
This is Booby.
Gaslighter, you're moldy. All right, I'm going to stop with that song. Today, we are doing more etiquette questions from you, the viewing audience, because we are wise, we know things, and we're going to share our
Because you are
knowledge.
wise, you is beautiful, you is perfect.
You is stupid, you is old, you is pointless.
Trust.
I'm talking to myself.
Right.
I really, really, really am. Fuck my lighting. What is going on? I mean, I have my ring light. Fuck it. So last week we did some etiquette questions and they were so much fun. We decided to do more. And also because a bunch of questions came in after we had already recorded that. So we decided to do some more. Now, Matinga, I know that you, we do. Now, Matinga, you had put something on Instagram. And
I put something on Insta, yes. And it got nothing, but my Facebook post did get some interesting questions.
My eyes are up here.
Well, I was staring at your no tits. I was staring at those two fried egg titties.
Fried egg titties, bitch,
Honey.
they scrambled.
Honey, we here trying to suck from that, from the business call show from those milkless tits.
Honey, it's powdered milk, bitch. It's still nutritious. You've been learned. This is my
girl.
It's my shirt that you can get.
Honey, it's soy milk and it's making us both grow breasts.
Shall we get to the questions?
Yes.
If you drink soy milk and take testosterone, does you still get breasts?
You get breasts, but they're hairy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It can apparently it can grow excess mammaliogram tissue.
They overstate that.
Actually. I think so. No, it is an overstatement. I believe so. But
it could happen.
It could happen mildly happen.
Like if you drink a lot of soy milk, a lot.
And then I read this thing today, Booby, you're going to love this. Bigfoot has somehow gotten caught up in the controversy about masks. Do you know about this?
No.
Look how excited you got. I'll send you the link. So an artist, I believe in Maine or Vermont or something. No, he's not an artist. He's a skeptic. But he had this big, giant, life-sized Bigfoot statue or thing, and he put it on his lawn with a mask, and every day he put like a new saying on it to promote the usage of masks. This is back in the early days of the pandemic. Somebody stole it at some point. They
stole the Bigfoot?
Yeah, but they found it 30 miles away, and there was this whole article about how Bigfoot has gotten sucked into the pro-mask, anti-mask, pro-cryptid, anti-cryptid. I thought of you, Miss Booby. So they say that
I'm glad you did.
People that are, that I don't want to say that cryptids is a conspiracy theory, but they're saying that people that really advocate for that, there's a museum and everything about cryptids.
Yeah.
They are not really too keen on science or evidence. And I don't want to diss you, Miss Booby, because you seem like a mildly intelligent person. I don't want to diss you.
Oh,
but I'll send you the article.
Intelligent.
I'll send you the article, though.
Please do, and hopefully I'll know how to read the article.
Yeah, maybe. What were we doing? Oh, so I was talking to Vaughn Allure, and he was telling me about the balls and things. I was going somewhere with that.
Von Allure, balls and things.
Balls and things. We were talking about sky chickens.
About balls and things.
And about sky chickens. Because of
The
that
sky
video I
chicken.
put up with the vultures.
Wasn't it like something from Ab Fab? Milk and cookies and things and things.
It's food
Things.
thingies. It'll
This
come back.
Food thingies.
It'll come back to me. So we are answering some etiquette questions today. God, I hope I remember what the point of that story was.
Von Allure, just remember.
But it was
Von
Von Allure.
It was a
and talking to you
long
about,
talk.
it was about ballroom, but online.
And they had like mass competitions, but that was
in a separate room.
No, but we had talked about something else. Anyway, it was great to talk to Vaughn. Do you know who else I spoke
Vaughn's
to?
super talented.
I love Vaughn. I love his music.
Isn't Vaughn?
Don't
isn't
know him.
Vaughn that originally did the Crystal La Beja song?
She looked bad.
Isn't that Vaughn?
Queen of Face. Yeah.
She looked bad.
But she wasn't looking beautiful tonight. Bam.
But she wasn't looking beautiful tonight.
Miss Thing, I'm not saying that she's not beautiful, but she's not looking beautiful tonight.
I will sue the bitch.
But you know what that's saying? That's saying she's not beautiful though.
Miss Thing, I'm not saying she's not beautiful, but she wasn't looking beautiful tonight.
Tonight.
Bam.
But the other part is I don't know, but she better get her white ass back to Philadelphia wherever she came from.
Get the hell back to Philadelphia. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I remember what.
Awesome.
Anyway, we were just geeking, and it was nice to talk to him. And I also spoke with Luann again, which is a whole other story.
It's her birthday today. Happy birthday,
Yes, it is.
Luann.
Oh my God, I better text her. So why don't we get to these etiquette questions, shall we? Now,
Yes.
what I've done is I've taken screenshots of some of the questions. They're not going to be in order. Viewers, please forgive. Oh, and also, if you want to support us, links to our Patreon and Venmo and our workshop T-shirts and things in the description
Hello.
below. Okay, now.
What are the ultimate signs of bad manners that each of you absolutely get triggered by or cannot tolerate?
What really gets me going, lateness. Honey,
Yes.
they call me Sally Schedule because TikTok, you don't stop. Lateness gets under my skin more than anything else. How hard is it to plan ahead?
It's because you're a control freak.
That's not true. Say it again, but with more volume. Okay. Yeah, I would say that the lateness is my big. I can't tolerate it.
Well, I have two
Yeah.
two different things. One is more etiquette as far as eating. Like people who don't know how to hold a fork and eat with their mouths wide open like a cow. Drive me nuts. Drive me nuts. Like not knowing how to eat. And I know that that's silly. The other thing that drives me nuts is people who don't understand that a conversation needs two people to converse. So for instance, if I like 7 of 9 throwing those questions out as somebody not listening to the outcome, like knowing how to have a conversation with someone, like saying, how are you? As opposed to, well, it's all about me. And so I'm going to talk about me and me and me. And I'm not going to talk about you. I'm not going to mention names, but there's one person in particular that drove me nuts.
In this room?
Because, no.
But I was there, wasn't I, Boo?
Yes, you were. Like,
Yeah.
just was not interested in our lives at all. Was
The
all
whole
about him.
day.
Lord, Nick,
What?
Yeah. Day.
No,
Lord, Nick.
no.
No.
I'll bleep all that out. Who was it? I'll bleep it. Yeah, I will.
I'm
No, I
not
can't.
saying.
We can't
I
say-
will. I'll bleep it. Was this a Disney? Oh my God!
We're
I
not
said the
saying
D word.
nothing.
I said the D
You
word.
said the
You
D
said
word.
the D word. But wait a minute. The thing about a conversation is part of being a great conversationalist is being a good listener. Listen, but then also like a conversation can't be all about you. It's about exchanging ideas.
But it was a
It
Disney,
was-
right?
It was, and you've got to bleep it, girl.
Mama, yes, of course. You know I will.
It was.
Oh, huh?
Ooh,
We knew that already.
ooh.
No, I didn't know it was. I didn't realize it was to that extent.
And
Like,
Miss
just,
Booby was through.
I was through. I
She
was
was
done.
through.
After 10 minutes, I was like, you know what? This is not someone that I want to talk to again.
Yeah,
because I'm not talking now.
But it was because it was like 6 hours of me, and all about me, and never asking about you, and my life is so wonderful, and me.
And
it
then
was
right
like,
after that, some shady shit happened,
I was like, girl,
and their life wasn't so great.
Sometimes when people, like when she got,
girl.
oh, that's
You have to bleep that out.
that could be anybody.
But but that one
I'll take
body
that
will
out.
know.
I'll take that out. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Sometimes people do that. I'll take it out, girl. That's what I said. How many days have I said that on?
They say they'll take it out, but then the head is still there.
Sometimes people do that because they feel insecure and they don't really have anything to offer. So they just blow their own horn.
And he's an intelligent individual. Like, great conversation, could be had if he would take into account that there are other people.
I hate when people say or think that it's all about them. Is that lighting too much on me? What do you think? Is it too?
No, it's very surface of the sun. You look, it's almost
That's
like
the look
there.
I'm going for.
Yeah.
Booby, so I'm sorry, but Miss Booby, so when you were talking about people that don't know how to use a fork, do you mean
What?
Miss Booby's face is just very shady. Now, do you mean people that use a fork like I just like stab their food?
No.
Or people that like shovel it?
Like
I don't think I know anyone like that. You talking about me?
no, but I know of people who don't know how to hold a fork properly, which is sad because that means your mama never taught you.
Because it's a mother's job.
Because it's a mother's job to tell you change your underwear and use a fork correctly.
Right, correctly.
Correctly.
Well, I got to be honest. I had a boyfriend tell me how to use a fork when I was like 17. Remember Bob 1 or Bob 2? Bob 1. Not the one you liked, the other Bob.
I liked Bob 2, but I remember Bob 1 though.
Bob 1, because apparently I was using my fork backwards, and he's like, "No, you don't do it like that, like you're shoveling." Food.
Knowing where to put your fork and your knife and place
and I was
settings.
like, "Listen here, you fucking coked out closeted freak."
Well, like when you use your fork like that, it's like you're shoveling gruel into your face.
Right,
Well,
right.
you guys
It's not a dining experience.
Honey, in my family, we had 8 kids. And dinner time, my mother would take a box of cereal, shake it out onto the floor, and we had to fight for pieces. That's how it was, girl. Y'all know my family. That's how it was.
She would open up a box of Triscuits and just toss them on the floor. And
She'd be like, go for it, Sandy Duncan.
I'm taking bets.
Yes, girl. So, all right. So, Booby, those are really actually etiquette questions then about proper dining etiquette and about how to have a good conversation.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I never learned how to, have you ever been, it's very rare these days, but have you ever gone to a restaurant and they do an actual real place setting?
Yeah.
With the fork.
Where the wine glass goes.
Yeah.
Where the shrimp fork goes.
And it's like 7 pieces of
shrimp
of cutlery and shit. And you have to use this for this and this for that and la 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 la. And like that shit freaks me out. I'm like, I pick up the salad fork and I'm eating everything with that. And it's cheesy and ghetto.
But well.
Like, yeah, and I'm gonna like drink from like the little thing that you're actually just supposed to like clean your fingers in. Have you ever had like one of? And I'll be like, I'll totally take a sip. Be like,
Yeah, there are levels of etiquette. That's taking it to an extreme for some. That for others that's their baseline. You must know where to put the wine glass as opposed to the champagne glass, as opposed to the water glass. And that's kind of like, it takes the joy for me out of enjoying the meal.
Yes.
Like I have one fork. I know how to use that fork well. One knife, or you can give me a butter knife and a steak knife and I'll know which one to use for what. But, look, etiquette is in the eye of the beholder.
Last night, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I was really sleepy or just lazy. There was maybe a third of a bag of potato chips left. I said, why get my fingers greasy? I just poured the fucking bag down my throat.
Oh yeah.
It's
Hells yeah.
oh my God.
I just did that.
Bitch, the thing about manners, good manners are really about making other people feel comfortable.
Right.
So good manners, excellent. It's not about, oh, you're using the wrong fork or that's not the spoon for that. Good manners is about making other people feel comfortable.
Right. And also good manners isn't nerdy or old school or, I have good manners and it's not cheesy. It's like, I say please and thank you because good manners and proper etiquette is the social grease of life.
And you know about grease, girl. Miss Booby, what are you gagging at? Ms.
Nothing.
What?
Booby?
Booby?
I just changed the cat litter into the litter bag's there.
And the cat just served
Class. That's class.
That's class. That's class.
Okay.
Because
so, etiquette says keep the cat litter off camera.
Right.
yeah. Oh, she was doing a dookie on camera?
I thought it was cat food. The bags are now he's camouflaging it, but the bags are right behind him.
Honey, was it
So what?
two kitties, one cup?
Oh.
One box.
Miss Booby, would you like to remove that cat litter so you could be back in the center of the frame?
Do you mind?
Let's pause for a second.
No. You don't have to pause. I'm just going to do this.
Oh.
Oh, shady. Shady.
But wait a minute. Was the cat litter there or was it the cat box?
It was a bag of cat litter.
Oh, honey.
I mean, who cares, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Let me tell you about Miss Booby, honey.
About Benita Betrayal?
Let me tell you about Benita Booby.
Yes.
I heard that.
Miss Booby, that came out black. That came out so black.
Okay, who's ready for the next question?
Bring it. When do you kiss hello and when do you shake hands? Is this an easier minefield to navigate for gay men?
Do you have to gauge who is a straight male before doing kisses with a stranger in a scenario where you don't know all parties? Well, I mean, just speaking from a global pandemic perspective.
Right, probably not a good time to kiss.
Probably
people.
not. Also,
no shaking hands, no kisses at all for the next.
No hugs.
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
which is unfortunate.
in European countries, that's par for the course. But here, and also up in Hickory Farms, where I am right now, I ain't trying to run up on a straight man and kiss him. I'll blow him behind the dumpster at Dollar General.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Though.
Miss Booby, how do you feel? Because you lived in Florida for a long time, and it was a very social scene for a long time. Like, were you a kiss hello before, of course, the pandemic?
Before the pandemic,
kiss hello?
If I knew you that way, if you were a sister or
right,
or someone that I was affectionate with, yeah, a kiss or a hug, greeting was always accepted.
Yeah.
I if I didn't know you, a handshake. The very first time I introduced somebody, immediately it was a handshake. It wasn't a hug or a kiss. Although I was introduced to friends of friends who would say, "Oh, I'm not like that. Give me a hug," and then that makes me feel like, "Oh wow, they're cool people."
Oh, so that makes me wildly uncomfortable.
Really? It doesn't make me uncomfortable.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, well, okay.
No, I'm germaphobic.
It's about love, baby. It's about loving everybody.
But if I don't know them, how am I going to love them?
How you going to blow them in behind the dumpster if you don't know them?
I don't have to hug them to do that,
behind
bitch.
the Piggly Wiggly.
Honey,
Yeah,
I'll give them Piggly Wiggly.
I'm sure.
I think I have noticed that gay men tend to kiss hello, but that's only your sisters that you happen to know.
And that's more like...
Yeah, and the extended family that you happen to know, I think that happen to know and love. I think a good rule of thumb would be, gay or straight. If I don't know you, I'm not kissing you hello.
Right.
And then if I don't know you and you come in for a kiss, and you're over, I'm gonna be like, ugh. But if I don't know you and it makes me feel uncomfortable, I might just like give you like a little fist bump, like, oh hey, but or like grab your shoulders, hey,
hey,
you know what I mean?
Oh Lord.
Yes, that's
As a
not
general rule,
that's
like,
not awkward.
Like, I have never kissed
stranger.
Joshua or Seth hello, and they're heterosexual, and I love them
They're
down.
heterosexual.
You give them hugs?
Heterosexual, and I give them hugs.
Yeah.
And good hugs, like deep hugs, and I love them, and they love me. But I've never given them a kiss on the cheek. And if I'm sure
Right.
if I did, they would accept it, but they'd be a
You
little
were
like,
high.
they'd be like, girl. Well, I don't think they'd even be like, girl.
I can imagine Seth saying,
But
girl.
they'd be like, I think they'd accept it, but they'd be like, yeah.
What is she feeling?
Yeah. There are boundaries. And now, no kisses, no hugs, unfortunately.
I think it's, it's ultimately a regional question.
Right. What is it?
Right.
What's the third part of that question talked about Australia?
Oh, let me see. Hold up.
It is different in Europe. It is different. I've noticed that they, especially in France, it was like a kiss on both cheeks.
Right.
Hello.
So the second part was, I live in Australia where seemingly most gay men kiss on the lips, hello, even when not related. On the lips.
On the lips?
On the lips.
Bitch, that's giving.
I love you, Chicklet. I mean,
yeah.
Diamond. But yeah, I ain't kissing you on the lips.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get nobody papilloma. Okay.
Again.
Even when not in relationships with each other. How does all this work in the States, Canada, where cheek kissing hello isn't even very common? If somebody I don't know come up and try to smooch me on my lips, I'd be like, meet me in the dumpster, but no, none of that.
Not even behind the dumpster, like in the dumpster.
You know, because there could be some cute clothes in there, and like when we're done, I'm gonna get my
some
wardrobe.
Was it like the Salvation Army dumpster for like donated clothes?
Honey, I call that cum dumpster diving.
Just.
And
but when I meet Miss Booby and Bob at Disney, when we get together like the first of the day, I give Miss Booby a hug and a kiss, and on the cheek, and it's because I know them and I love them.
What would you do if you go into like kiss, Bob, Miss Booby's partner, and he slip you a little tongue?
I'd be like, Bobby,
Bobby,
this wig feels like I'm wearing a wool cap. Sweating like a monster. Don't you do that again. We're just going to keep that between us.
Ooh.
But, no.
My land.
Israel, my land.
All right. So on YouTube, we have a question from Mr. Band Stupidity, and it says, let's say you agree to hook up with a guy who didn't want to send any face pics, but his body is banging. You meet up and his face is beastly and not in the good way. How can you politely excuse yourself from the situation and dash?
Hey.
I think
the body's banging, but the face
is brick. I
She's
say, I say, fucking don't look at his face.
But wait, exactly, like how banging is the body?
If the body is banging enough that it got you there, and the pictures are true to life.
Because for every inch of lima, for every inch of penis past 8 inches, like your face gets prettier and prettier no matter how beastly.
Right.
Like
you got a 20-inch cock. You're Vanessa Williams,
honey. And you might look like an actual dog-faced boy. I might still blow you.
Right. But for people with normal size, intestinal tracts
and normal ethics.
I mean, if
you went over there without a face pic, then
you don't care
get what
about
you
the
get.
Face. Right.
Then you don't care about the face.
Well,
right.
But the trick is that you don't enter the apartment.
Right.
Don't go into the light, Carol Ann.
Just blow in the hallway.
Let the door open.
And then bring it to the light.
Yeah, take a look. And if it's too much for you, you just say, and this is an awkward moment, but you say, hey, you know what? I don't think that this is a match.
Right.
But, look, Godzilla, it was nice. You carry on. I'm sure someone else will show up. Then he whips out the dick and I'm like, oh, do you have some iced tea?
Lipton. Yeah. Well, I will say I've been in sort of that situation. The guy wasn't beastly. What it was his nose. Like some people have like a nose that's like a pig snout. But it was so turned up, I could see his fucking brainstem. I mean, I could see up through his goddamn head. And I was like, pull over, let me out. Just let me out. I'll walk on the Long
Right.
Island Expressway.
Let me
I don't care.
out.
I
I'm
said,
done.
Knock the door, let me out.
What's with, unlock this door. Yeah. Well, if the body, listen, if you go over there without face pics, you don't really care about the face.
Right.
Okay. If you were so enticed by his fucking horse head nebula or whatever he sent you in that picture, that's what you
Yeah.
came for.
And I have like talked to people online that didn't have a face pic, and we're going back and forth. And then like before I seal the deal, I'm like, send me a face pic. Oh, I don't send face pics. Up, then it's done.
But then,
It's
yeah.
done. And then you know what? Thank goodness I asked for the face pic, because like they sent the face pic and he was really cute. He just didn't want to put his face pic online
All
on
right,
the masses.
right.
He just put up the body. And so that's there is that too. But had he been truly beastly, I would have been like, you know,
Or looking
I
like
would've-
Mrs. Beasley.
Exactly. I would have been like, look, baby.
No, I don't
Tale
think
as
so.
old as time.
Honey, eyes without a face, bitch. I mean-
Eyes without a face. Girl, you don't have a face.
I mean, also, though, you know, how important is the face really? You're just going to be laying on your stomach biting the pillow. You ain't going to be staring into his eyes.
Oh, but you know what?
Get
Sometimes-
over yourself, girl. Look in the
No.
mirror. Maybe check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Anyone here? Have you guys? Okay. Have you guys seen? Did any one of you see Poltergeist 2?
Yes.
Ooh.
You see Poltergeist 2? You know the monster in Poltergeist 2 is like this old guy
Yeah.
dressed like a priest. So
Right.
what if that dude, like that was an evil.
I'm going to have to look it up because I don't know what he looked like. Keep
that
talking.
was an evil fucking visage on that man.
Yeah.
No matter how
Michelle
banging-
Visage.
Fab the body was.
No matter how fab the body was, like I would not be able to, like, because that face is too. I mean, it was truly
Why he want to kiss you?
I mean, he just
Yeah.
looks old. Reverend Kane. He just looks
Reverend
very,
Kane.
Very, Big Daddy Kane. He just looking very Skeletor.
Yeah.
But like, oh, it's
imagine
like
that coming at you, saying
But imagine
you're going to get
like,
with him.
and I'm giving you like, take this dick, you know, like it would not be cute. It would not be cute.
But there's somebody that would enjoy it.
But no, but picture Big Daddy Kane. Okay, picture Big Daddy Kane, but the body is slamming.
Oh my God, he looks a little bit like Mitch McConnell, a little bit, doesn't he?
Ew. Oh, then yeah, no. It's no. That's no.
It's no.
That's
It's
no.
no.
That's no.
So really, you know, once again, you know, depending on the size of the dick, I think is what we're ending on.
Yes.
Really?
That's what it comes down to. Okay. Now we've got a question from one of our friends from the planet Tatooine. How to ask Trade to properly douche without being too direct. Did we answer that already?
If you are in bed naked with them, then there's nothing wrong with being direct.
Yeah. And then also,
Listen, you got to go clean.
and you know what? How do
Why
you
you
get into
gotta
bed?
go?
With, you know that you're going to bottom,
Right.
and you didn't bother to douche? What planet do you come from?
I mean,
Tatooine. Because, honey,
I
then,
hate sand. It gets everywhere.
yeah. That's when the dude turns around. He's like, I hope you're into scat. And I'm like, I hope you mean Sarah Vaughan.
Shit. Literally.
Don't you mean Ella Fitzgerald?
Miss Ella Fitzgerald's.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like this, like Booby said, if you're in bed naked with somebody, which I don't do, because I always keep my shoes on, because if I gotta run, I gotta be ready.
Right.
Trust.
Then be direct. But also, like, is it a turnoff when a bottom is so premeditated? Like, not only are they douched, but like they've got the lube, the poppers, the Truvada,
Ain't nothing wrong with being prepared.
the
Be
breath
prepared,
mint,
baby. Yeah.
You got a bag. You got a bag. You know,
honey,
your
a
bag.
$10
with
bill, some penicillin, some hand sanitizer,
He's playing $1 Million Bill.
a gallon of milk.
a
A
meal.
gallon of milk.
I
Yes.
say, if you can't be direct with someone in that way, then you probably shouldn't be intimate with them. If you don't
Right.
have that open communication
Right.
that's so vital to a healthy relationship or encounter.
But again, when you get into a situation where you're hooking up with a bottom and you are the presumed top,
Presumably.
presumably.
Oh, I just remember the end of that Vaughn story, but go ahead, Booby.
you assume that the bottom is going to do the douche thing to,
Yeah.
the etiquette,
Do
to be
what you douche when you douche what
douche what you douche to me.
Did you do the douche, please?
So when
Girl, do
you
I
gagged when
douche?
they didn't, whose fault is it?
Stevie Wonder.
And then also, now you've shown up to my house. You're naked in bed. I've got the condom on, and you haven't douched. Now I am going to be magnanimous, and I'm going to douche you. Unfortunately, all I have is a garden hose, you know,
And some Ajax.
an 18-foot garden hose and some borax. And this is you're gonna remember this douche.
Right. Right.
Honey.
Girl, do I douche?
What you douche?
Do I
You douche?
Yes. Okay. So the conversation I had with Vaughn, and I don't exactly know how it came up, but we started talking about something called Vikstutenmarket.
Vikstutenmarket.
Yeah, Vikstutenmarket Horse Fair is a sex party that has mares and stallions and crazy rules. And I'm going to share the screen with you, and we're going to read a little bit. But let me get into the English version.
Well, but actual horses, like.
Oh,
real
I can't
horse?
share the screen because there's porno on it.
Oh.
But you don't actually mean like actual mares.
Well,
or people that play mares.
Well, I
people
think
playing horses.
Okay, I'll just read you some of the rules of Vikstutenmarket, which happens in Berlin, Hamburg, Mannheim, Leipzig, Amsterdam, and Cologne. Okay, so if you're a mare, that means you're a bottom. Okay.
Okay.
First of all, mare on mare sex and stallion on stallion sex is not allowed.
Oh.
The mares, which I guess means the bottoms, have to undress completely and hand in their clothing. Only socks, cock rings, and harnesses may be kept on. Barefoot, flip-flops, chaps, jock straps, or any kind of ladylike wear are not allowed.
Ladylike.
Once the
So
mares,
no chancletas.
No chancletas. Once the mares are naked and on spot, I guess that means in their place, cotton sacks used as blindfolds are pulled over their heads to ensure that the stallions go unrecognized the entire evening. I don't know. I just found the whole idea ridiculous and funny.
Well, but you know what? You told a story a couple of months ago, and it was kind of in the middle of the pandemic, but you didn't have any sex during this thing.
Me?
But remember, yeah, you told us a story on Homework where there was a sex party and there were tops and bottoms, but the bottoms had to be bottoms.
Yeah.
And they were all in a line taking loads, and that was here in Brooklyn.
Right, that was 2 stops away on the L, girl.
Yeah, like 2 stops away from me in Brooklyn. So, honey, people be Vikstutenmarket here as well.
But you know what? So that party, they're doing parties again now. But what they're doing is the bottoms, the repositories, are behind like plastic, like a plastic plexiglass wall with just their ass exposed.
As if that isn't exposure.
Well, they're doing temperature checks and masks are mandatory and there's hand sanitizer. But you have your ass hanging out of a fucking piece of plastic.
And you're taking anonymous loads all night.
That's Verstärkenmarket.
That's Farfignugan.
That's
Farfignugan Market.
Oh, so that was the point of the Vaughn story. I don't know how we started talking about it, but we were talking about it and laughing. I think it may have started with, "Ooh, bitch, that ain't fair. Give that horsey back his hair."
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. So back to etiquette questions. Let's leave Verstärkenmarket for the moment. Highway Grown is asking about dinner party etiquette. For example, should you get there early? How early is too early? How late is too late? Should you bring anything? Is the host cooking ability off limits from critique? Are you allowed to do drugs in the bathroom? Should you have your pick at their medicine cabinet? That's a whole lot of questions. I think when you go to a dinner party, behave the way that you want someone to behave at your dinner party.
Exactly.
I definitely feel like bring something, dessert or wine or both. Be generous. Do not show up empty-handed. Show up 15 minutes before the official start time, just in case they need help putting out plates or something like that. And honey, be the first person to leave, not the last.
Show up late, leave early.
Yeah.
If you show up early, that might stress them out. Like I say,
But
show up late.
but 15 minutes early is not super early.
Show up late, leave early. Certainly do look in the medicine cabinet. And I'm on to that shit. And I keep all of my aspirin in places that people won't find them. Honey. You know what Amy Sedaris does? She puts like marbles on top of the medicine cabinet mirror. So like when it opens, all the marbles come crashing down and she can hear.
Oh my God.
She can hear
awesome.
like who's. Yeah. You know, is it okay to do drugs in the bathroom? Only if they're your own or you're willing to share.
But it has to be that kind of dinner party.
Right.
You don't want to be really
Tweaking.
sloppy, tweaking at somebody's dinner party, antisocial, drugged out, you know, unless it's that sort of party. But if it's like a dinner party, like you should probably maybe imbibe a little wine and that's it.
Right.
Maybe a joint.
Also, if it's a dinner party, you know, if they really went to the effort of like preparing dinner, don't do coke, which is going to make you like not eat.
Like you're slamming horse in the bathroom and they're serving pot roast.
Yeah, don't do that. Also, if they're like, you know, very staunchly sober people, respect that and don't be fucking high at their party.
Yeah.
And don't be drunk at their party. It's not your party. It's not that kind of party.
It's not that kind of party.
Not that kind of party. Girl. It's their party, okay? It's their party.
Suddenly that went very Monique show, remember?
They're
Mama,
party.
Kind of
Go to
party.
the party. We're the Parkers. Girl, we're doing it. Yeah, we're doing it. And we're calling things.
Oh, it's funny. We were talking about Vaughn Allure and then about Countess Vaughn.
Yes, which I'm going to call Vaughn Countess Vaughn from now on.
You should.
And I'm going to tag him right here. Bing, Vaughn Allure. I'll see you at Verstuken Market. Okay. Here's another question. I'm going to throw it up on screen, and one of y'all read it because it's a little bit long, and I'm a little dehydrated.
I'm not sure about question, more of a comment on a true life event. I had agreed to a little get-together group action. The guy I was fooling around with wanted to have more people to play with. I drove to the Hookup's place, and it turned out to be a couple having menage a trois in progress. Awkward. We all partook of the favors available, and then suddenly the hosting couple had a liking for yours truly, and I didn't know how we would tell the others that we wanted some alone time, just the three of us. Especially extra wheel there. Couldn't just tell them to take the bus home. This was in Phoenix, and it was the summer. Thoughts?
Jonathan, you a hoe.
You a hoe.
There'll be no
There's a
slut
thought.
shaming. There'll be no slut. If there's going to be slut
No.
shaming, it's going to be me doing it to myself.
No,
That's
you know
right.
what this is my thought. If so you are the third wheel, meaning did you mean that you drove these people to the party and they needed
To
you
the party.
to drive to the party and they needed you to drive them home? Is that I think I discern that.
If that is the case, then what?
So if that is the case, then you know on the low,
I think there were 4 people there.
Yeah. On the low, you give your number to the married couple and say, "Hey, I would love to come back anytime, but I
But
would
it sounds
not."
like you drove a long way. Also,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be driving if you're partying, honey.
Right, but so
Mm.
the thing is though, like if you were driving, I just to have good.
I think I understand it. The couple was hosting, right? And this viewer drove to their house with the 4th party.
Right.
And so the couple wasn't feeling his friend.
No, I think Jonathan went with his current boyfriend, and then it was a married couple
With a menage a trois.
in the middle of a menage. So I think there's like 5 people there.
Yeah.
Ooh, child.
So the thing is the couple was just feeling Jonathan. So in that case, you still got to drive your peeps home. Fuck that. You still got to drive your peeps home, and you still got to be a good host. So you give your number to the married couple on the low if you actually want to hang with them again, and say, "Hey, I'll come back some other time. Let's play all together right now, and let's finish up quickly if like you're not into it, and then I'll come back some other time," and not even let the other 2 know that they
Also,
They
Jonathan.
They weren't chosen as contestants.
Exactly.
I think maybe Jonathan's filling his oats a little too fiercely.
Well, Jonathan's serving body in his little
Bitch, that
in
ain't a
his
real
little
pic.
pic.
That ain't a real picture, bitch. That's a fucking Calvin Klein ad. Okay. So listen, Jonathan, I'm gonna say this. I think your perceptions was warped because, as you stated in your opening statement, that there were party favors. Hear me out. I think your perceptions was warped. I think that you shouldn't drive while your perceptions are warped. I think I need to see photographic evidence before I render my verdict. I want to see the couple. I want to see the trick, the boyfriend, and even the dog. And
Honey, I
I'm
think
also
your
going to say,
perceptions are a little warped right now.
excuse me. And I'm also going to say, one time I was with a couple. Well, first, let me say that I was with the boyfriend first on the sly several times. He was Irish. Call the midwife. And, well, that was an awkward segue. And then I had him and his piece together. And it was okay. And they did the most horrifying thing.
They ate with their dinner fork
Oh,
when they should have eaten with their shrimp
they
fork.
chewed with their mouth open. And I said, hey, I could have used that ass. Anyway, no, after we had all, reached the pleasure zone, and I'm laying there with their rapidly cooling spunk on my naked flesh. They did the most disgusting thing.
They licked it off.
No, they leaned over me and kissed each other. And I had to watch them kiss. And it was so horrifying. I don't mind being a human sponge for your fucking DNA, but I will not stand for romance in my home. Get out.
But you weren't in your home.
I
Were you in your home?
was. So it was when I lived in Long Island City. And I was like, you take your husband and your romance and you get out. But I let that come dry on me, honey.
Ugh.
Like, you know how some people get into like
flaked it off with a finger.
No, like some people, like kids in school would like let Elmer's glue dry on their skin.
I love doing that.
That's what I did with their sperm. We're the Parkers. Yeah, we're doing it, bitch. We're doing it, and we're gagging.
I want to thank Jonathan for that question. He's been a long time viewer.
Has he?
Yes, he has.
Then maybe we should see what he really looks like.
So thank you, Jonathan. Good question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're the Parkers. Okay.
Oh, did you hear they're doing a reboot of Moesha?
Yes.
I'd rather yeah, they are doing a reboot of Moesha.
Shitting up in my room.
Shit, no. Trust.
Baby. So, but enough about Brandy, which was the original topic today. We were going to do Icon Brandy.
Right.
We never were going to do that.
And it was going to be called, But Enough About Brandy.
But enough about Brandy. Yo, did you watch that Brandy versus Monica thing where they got together again?
A little bit of it, yeah.
It was cute.
The Patty against
Gladys.
Was over.
Girl, what you doing now?
Gladys. That's not even a Gladys song. That's just they call out Gladys in that song.
They don't call Gladys out in that song. That's the Commodores, right?
Yeah,
no.
they give her a shout out because they're talking about Gladys, but it's not a Gladys song.
Brandy.
It's the Commodores.
Brandy. It's not the Commodores.
On the night shift.
Is
that the song?
Yeah.
They don't call out Gladys.
They do.
Call out, no, they don't. How much you want to bet?
Yes, they do. I bet, you know what, bitch? I bet you $20.
Really?
$20. I have your Venmo,
on.
bitch. I have your Venmo.
It's
Gladys,
on.
Gladys.
It's on because I have that song.
I'm glad this is on, bitch. Okay, we're going to get into it.
Who do they call out?
He calls Marvin.
Marvin.
Bitch,
what you doing now?
And some other
and Gladys.
child.
And Gladys.
No Gladys.
It's Gladys.
Yes.
They call it Gladys.
It's the name
because
Gladys.
he talks about dead people.
Her career is dead.
Poor Gladys.
Poor Gladys.
Poor Gladys.
Oh.
I'm looking up the lyrics. Also, do you think that at any point the name
Jackie,
which is just the UK version of Gladys. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, really?
So technically it's the same thing. Girl, what you doing now? What? It's about dead people? Oh, bitch, I owe you $22.
Word.
I think we're going to end the episode right there, honey.
Yeah.
Miss Booby made her
Miss
coin.
And Miss Booby, as much as I love you, I was like, nah, it's Gladys.
No, I knew that song. I have that song and I play it all the time, and I know the words.
Miss Matinga, why do we think it's Gladys?
Oh, I always thought it was Gladys. Gladys,
Cabbage.
say what you're doing now.
Hey. All right. Okay, Miss Booby, I owe you $22. Fine.
Honey Booby, make sure you get your $22 from this video.
You keep your nose out of our business, girl.
Yeah.
I'll Venmo it to you. And speaking of Venmo, I'm not going to give the whole big explanation, but you can get into our Venmo and our Patreon at Workshop. The links are in the description. You can also find our fine merchandise at Teespring.
Do that again.
No,
Do that again.
I will not.
Do it.
Why won't you do it?
My stomach hurts. Because my stomach hurts. Why? Why do you want me to do it?
Because that's a thing shaking.
I told you I ate a bag of potato chips right down my gullet.
I wasn't talking about your belly.
I was about to say, exactly. I was about to say, you got some fries with that shit?
Honey.
Honey.
What, baby? Honey.
Oh my.
Thick and juicy, darling.
Thank you.
Thick and juicy.
That's what it's about.
That's
Thick
what
and
it's
something.
all about. And we're going to skip the rest of the etiquette questions because they were just filthy things about people not washing themselves.
Yeah.
Basically. Oh,
Stay
Richard.
clean, children.
Richard on Patreon asked about, we'll get to this one last one from a
Okay.
lovely patron and friend named Richard. And I'm gonna get to this. Hold up. Don't you talk about my titties, bitch. All right. Gladys.
How many dates have you said that on?
Don't talk about my titties,
Don't
bitch.
talk about my titties.
What?
Gladys.
First of all, they're called pecs. Dude. Okay.
Dirty pillars.
Dirty pillows.
My dirty pillows.
Exactly.
Bitch. Where'd this go? Oh, God. Maybe it was on what? Oh, I remember now. God, I'm stupid. Oh, hold up, guys. Let me just find this. Talk amongst yourselves, but not about my titties. All right. Gladys.
With those sad titties now. Because you know they've got to be kind of sad at this point.
My
Yeah.
titties or Gladys?
No, well, both.
Y'all got nerve.
Oh.
Y'all got motherfucking nerve. Hold up. I got to find this question. It was from Richard. I can't find the question. We'll save it for next time.
Okay.
Richard will answer the question just as a one-off during the next homework.
The gist of it was he's going down on someone who is less than clean. Is he? Does he have to finish?
No.
No.
But
You should have started.
No. Now, and then the thing is, if the Lima was tired, honey, just get up, you open that car door, and you walk down that dirt gravel road.
Yeah.
But if the Lima is lovely, you take your bottle of Evian, and you get under that foreskin.
Honey, Evian, bitch. I seen you behind the dumpster with a bottle of fucking champagne cola, bitch.
That bottle of cola champagne to get rid of that smegma taste. Although, you know what? Everything goes better on a Ritz.
All right. Well, we're going to end it right there. Thank you once again for watching Homework. You have been learnt. This is Mike Diamond.
This is Miss Matinga.
And this is Booby.
Gladys.
Wrong.
What's up with those titties now? Girl.
What, you talking about my titties?
No, I'm talking about Gladys.